Do you ever feel like your brain is just not living up to its potential? Like there's so much untapped ability in there if you could just learn how to fully utilize your mental capacity? As if there are certain habits holding you back from really flexing your cognitive muscles. Well, you're not alone. We all have moments where we know we could be using our minds to greater effect if we just knew the right techniques. But what if I told you that it's not necessarily about learning complex new skills? It's actually more about unlearning. See, we tend to develop thought patterns over time that feel comfortable and familiar, but end up limiting how we think and process information. They become mental ruts we slide into without even realizing it. The key is identifying those ineffective mental habits and consciously changing them. In this video, I'm going to highlight 15 common thinking traps that smart people learn to avoid. By being aware of these limiting patterns, you can break out of them. Your brain will begin firing on all cylinders again once released from these constraints. I'm going to provide actionable steps to reshape your mental habits and approaches for optimal brain performance. Small tweaks that will pay huge dividends in cognitive ability. Are you ready to find out what's secretly holding your brain back and learn how to unlock your full mental potential? Then keep watching and enjoy. Number 1. Avoiding new experiences and playing it safe. One thing smart people avoid is staying inside their comfort zone and playing it safe by avoiding new experiences. It's easy to fall into a routine and stick to what you already know, but smart people realize that real growth happens outside one's comfort zone. Seeking out new challenges, experiences, and opportunities allows you to gain new skills, perspectives, and knowledge. It expands your worldview and enhances your adaptability. Stepping outside your comfort zone can be intimidating, but it's worth it. Doing new things activates your brain, keeps you engaged, and makes life more exciting. It could be as simple as trying a new hobby, visiting a new place, learning a new skill, or making new friends. These novel experiences create neural pathways in your brain, enhancing your mental flexibility. Smart people understand the value of getting out of their routine and avoiding complacency. They are lifelong learners who look for ways to challenge themselves intellectually, emotionally, and physically. They are curious and have a beginner's mindset regardless of their age or stage of life. Their openness allows them to continuously learn, grow, and evolve. While playing it safe might seem secure, staying in your comfort zone means you stop expanding your horizons. Seeking new adventures and pushing your boundaries is essential for self-development. It builds character, resilience, and courage. So be brave, get curious, and don't be afraid to gain wisdom through new experiences outside your familiar world. The rewards of facing the unknown far outweigh always playing it safe. Number 2. Isolating themselves from others. Another thing smart people avoid is isolating themselves from others. It's easy to want to spend time alone, but smart people realize the value of surrounding themselves with diverse perspectives, insights, and viewpoints. They actively seek out conversations and connections with all types of people to expand their understanding of the world. Interaction provides opportunities to gain new knowledge that you'd never stumble upon in isolation. Having meaningful dialogues allows you to better understand other people's experiences and cultures. It builds empathy, compassion, and emotional intelligence. Surrounding yourself with different people exposes you to alternative ways of thinking, living, and problem-solving. Smart people know that diversity challenges assumptions, reduces bias, and fuels innovation. Bringing together people of different backgrounds, personalities, ages, and skill sets generates fresh ideas and unique solutions. It prevents groupthink and stagnation that can happen when everyone has the same experiences and mindset. Making the effort to connect with others satisfies the fundamental human need for belonging. It keeps you engaged and interested in the world around you. Isolation can lead to negative mental health effects like depression and cognitive decline. Human beings are social creatures, so smart people make relationships a priority. The smartest individuals are always open to learning something new from someone else. They realize everyone has something valuable to share based on their distinct life journey. Avoiding isolation and actively surrounding yourself with different people expands your mind and enhances your life in endless rewarding ways. Number 3. Judging ideas too quickly. Smart people also avoid the tendency to judge ideas too quickly before thoroughly considering them. It's easy to reject concepts that don't align with your current thinking, but smart people realize the value of giving all ideas careful examination. They understand that initial judgments are often flawed. Approaching novel concepts with an open, curious mind allows you to fully understand different perspectives before forming an opinion. Smart people consider that there are usually multiple solutions to problems, and progress often happens when building on unlikely ideas. Remaining open-minded expands your thinking and uncovers possibilities you may have otherwise dismissed too hastily. Rather than rejecting ideas that seem misguided or counterintuitive, smart people take the time to explore the reasoning and potential benefits. Things that initially appear wrong or impossible sometimes end up being revolutionary when examined through a lens of creativity and imagination. Suspending quick judgments allows you to play with ideas and make connections you'd miss if already closed off. Smart people also realize that no one has a monopoly on great ideas. Valuable insights can come from anyone, so it pays to patiently hear people out. Evaluating ideas rationally after reflection usually leads to better outcomes than snap decisions based on emotions like fear or ego. Great ideas sometimes arrive poorly packaged. By avoiding the trap of dismissive thinking, smart people set themselves up for growth and innovation. Suspending judgment creates space for learning, progress, and understanding. Considering all ideas on their merits by analyzing them rationally and open-mindedly is a hallmark of intellectual intelligence. It allows you to expand your thinking and discover previously unimagined possibilities. Number 4. Dwelling on the past. Smart people also avoid the tendency to dwell on the past. While reflecting on past events can provide useful insights, getting stuck rummaging on what's already happened or regrets keeps you from being present. Smart people realize the importance of living in the moment. Dwelling on the past can lead to getting trapped by emotions like guilt, resentment, and anger. Continuously replaying old scenarios in your mind drains mental energy. Smart people know the past can't be changed, so they focus their effort on the present. This allows them to take action to create the future they desire. Making mistakes or poor choices provides learning lessons, but constantly beating yourself up over the past immobilizes you. Smart people reflect on prior experiences objectively to gain wisdom, then shift their focus to the current moment. This prevents getting weighed down by old baggage. Living in the present means appreciating each moment. It enables you to tune into opportunities right in front of you. Dwelling on what already occurred causes you to miss what's happening now. Smart people give the past its due attention, then consciously bring themselves into the current experience. Number 5. Complaining without taking action. Smart people also avoid falling into a pattern of complaining without taking action. While venting frustration can feel temporarily satisfying, it often becomes an immobilizing habit. Smart people realize the value of instead focusing their energy on solutions. It's easy to identify problems and fall into repetitive complaining, but that rarely leads to positive change. Rather than getting stuck in negativity, smart people take responsibility for their role in finding workable solutions. They adopt a solution-oriented mindset that asks, how can we improve this, instead of who is to blame? Approaching issues with the intent to understand and create change is empowering. Smart people collaborate to brainstorm creative ideas for improvement and implement effective solutions. They know positive change comes through action, not continuous complaint. Identifying areas for improvement is useful, but getting mired in problems without viable solutions leads to resignation and cynicism. Smart people balance critical thinking with optimism to drive progress. Constructive analysis combined with solution-focused action leads to growth. No one likes being around chronic complainers. Smart people realize that constantly vocalizing negativity and disappointment weighs down those around them. They strive to be forces for positive change rather than sources of gloomy pessimism. Number 6. Comparing themselves to others. Comparing yourself to others stems from insecurity and the desire to validate your self-worth. It's a losing game because there will always be someone smarter, more accomplished, or living a better life. Smart people realize they can only be themselves, and that's enough. Rather than getting caught up in comparison, smart people set meaningful goals based on their own values and passions. They derive satisfaction from fulfilling their unique potential, not meeting external benchmarks. Focusing inward enhances gratitude for your own gifts. The path of continuous self-improvement is long. Comparing yourself to others provides momentary highs, but ultimately leaves you depleted. Smart people concentrate on developing their own abilities over time, not assessing themselves against others. Avoiding comparison creates space to appreciate others' strengths. Smart people elevate and support those around them rather than viewing them as threats. Collaborating for mutual benefit creates more positive outcomes than competing. Rather than expend energy envying others' traits, smart people nurture their own qualities and contributions. They base their self-worth on being the best they can be, not on superiority over others. Fulfilling your individual potential provides lasting fulfillment. Number 7. Staying in their comfort zone. Remaining in your comfort zone leads to stagnation. Seeking projects and activities that stretch your current capabilities prepares you for greater responsibilities and impact. Growth happens incrementally by consistently moving beyond what feels easy and safe. Stepping outside your comfort zone requires courage and tenacity. Smart people override the instinct to avoid risk and potential failure. They view missteps as valuable learning lessons. The reward of new skills, knowledge, and confidence outweighs the discomfort of the unknown. Smart people set ambitious goals that go beyond their current limitations. Striving for improvement provides meaning and prevents boredom. Complacency is the enemy of achievement and innovation. Staying energized requires continually testing yourself. Pursuing growth exposes you to new people, ideas, and experiences. This expands your worldview and capabilities. Smart people understand that real satisfaction comes from meeting challenges, not remaining in a static comfort zone. While stability provides short-term reassurance, smart people focus on long-term fulfillment. Stepping courageously beyond today's boundaries creates a lifetime of possibilities. You never know what you are truly capable of until you push past artificial limits. Growth occurs when you keep exceeding your own expectations. Number 8. Surrounding themselves with negative people. Being exposed to frequent pessimism and critical energy drains your motivation and outlook over time. Smart people consciously choose to spend more time with encouraging, optimistic people who energize them. This positive focus fuels their drive and creativity. Complainers who only vent frustrations without considering solutions drag you down. Smart people limit their influence and instead collaborate with constructive people who identify issues but also focus on workable answers. Pessimism stifles progress. Overly critical people constantly look for flaws and mistakes in themselves and others. Their judgmental nature kills ideas and undermines self-confidence. Smart people avoid these destructive forces whenever possible. Of course, everyone has struggles that deserve compassion. However, smart people realize the difference between empathetic listening and absorbing relentless negativity. Setting emotional boundaries enables you to uplift others without sacrificing your own mental clarity. By spending more time around encouraging, affirming people, smart individuals build emotional resilience. This allows them to deal with life's inevitable challenges from a centered, positive mindset. Surround yourself with teammates who believe in you and constructive critics who inspire you to grow through thoughtful advice, not cynical pessimism. Number 9. Making assumptions. Making assumptions can lead you down the wrong path very quickly. Smart people actively avoid this by developing the habit of inquiring with curiosity to learn the complete context. Seeking more information allows you to form educated opinions. Asking quality questions shows that you are open to understanding different perspectives. Smart people realize that making assumptions can lead to misunderstandings that damage relationships and derail progress. Curiosity to understand comes across as wisdom. Moving rapidly from assumption to action causes mistakes and confusion. Smart people take the time to methodically ask probing questions to unearth all relevant information before reaching conclusions. This prevents misguided choices. Admitting you don't have all the answers demonstrates authentic confidence and humility. Smart people invite open dialogue and share their reasoning to double-check assumptions. They know clarity comes from learning, not pretending to know it all. By actively avoiding assumptions, smart people set themselves up for success. Making the effort to ask, listen and understand fully before passing judgment leads to the best outcomes with people. Develop the habit of open inquiry and your wisdom will grow exponentially. Number 10. Refusing to admit when they're wrong. Owning up to being wrong demonstrates wisdom and strength of character. Refusing to admit faults prevents learning and growth. Smart people view miscues as opportunities to gain deeper understanding. Acknowledging imperfections allows you to move forward. No one is right 100% of the time. Smart people realize that apologizing sincerely when wrong builds trust and respect. Admitting mistakes shows you are more concerned with truth than ego. It proves you have confidence in your own self-worth. Blaming others to avoid taking responsibility leads to resentment and damages relationships. Smart people have the courage to sincerely say, "I was wrong," so they can learn and improve. Righting your wrongs builds maturity and integrity. Staying quiet out of fear of looking fallible wastes the chance to gain knowledge. Smart people are secure enough in themselves to accept imperfection. Being honest when you make a mistake demonstrates authenticity and wisdom. While being wrong can feel embarrassing in the moment, smart people realize it provides an opportunity for important self-reflection and growth. They focus on achieving accuracy and positive outcomes, not defending their ego. Admitting errors leads to evolution, while refusing to acknowledge them leads to stagnation. The smartest people are transparent about mistakes rather than trying to conceal them. Number 11. Letting ego guide them. Ego leads you to take things personally and overreact to perceived slights. Smart people pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully rather than letting bruised pride dictate their behavior. Keeping ego in check allows you to see situations clearly rather than through a lens of self-importance. Ego can manifest as a need to be right and win at all costs. Smart people realize that collaborative solutions reached through compromise are better than ego-driven conflict. Being open and flexible leads to more positive outcomes. Ego seeks validation through external measures like fame, wealth, and status. Smart people focus on more meaningful internal qualities like integrity, wisdom, and growth. Basing your worth on your character rather than ego provides fulfillment that lasts. Letting ego dominate leads to defensiveness and blaming others. Smart people take responsibility for their actions rather than protecting their pride. They apologize sincerely when appropriate to resolve issues respectfully. Smart people's thinking and behavior stem from reasonable ethical principles rather than ego-driven self-interest. They are guided by logic, justice, and concern for others over inflating their own self-image. Making decisions rationally rather than emotionally leads to the best results. Number 12. Neglecting their health. Good health provides the energy and vibrancy needed to perform at your best mentally. Smart people focus on getting enough sleep, nutrition, hydration, and exercise because the mind and body work together. Self-care is the foundation. Without adequate rest, it's challenging to concentrate and regulate emotions. Smart people know sleep recharges both the body and mind. They don't sacrifice rest for productivity. Making healthy food choices provides steady energy and cognitive fuel. Smart people avoid junk food that leads to crashes. Adequate water intake boosts mental clarity. Overall self-care enhances focus, memory, and decision-making. Staying physically active improves blood flow to the brain and stimulates the growth of new brain cells. It also alleviates anxiety, stress, and depression. Smart people know exercise benefits both the body and mind. Good health requires establishing daily practices for optimal well-being over quick fixes when you're run down. Smart people realize self-care must be woven into their regular routine, not an afterthought. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Number 13. Getting distracted by urgency. Being driven solely by urgent needs keeps you stuck in reactionary mode. Smart people proactively carve out time for critical thinking and creativity beyond urgent logistics. This enables innovation and progress. Letting urgency dominate your focus makes you feel busy yet unfulfilled. Smart people align activities with their core values and goals rather than just putting out fires. They can differentiate between superficial urgency and underlying priorities. Urgent tasks often focus on immediate gratification versus long-term objectives. Smart people avoid knee-jerk reactivity in favor of purposeful strategy. They balance urgent needs with important priorities for meaningful outcomes. It takes self-discipline not to get swept up in urgent demands. Smart people purposefully structure their days to ensure sufficient focus on value-aligned activities, not just urgent pressures. Skillfully managing urgency while not neglecting significance requires wisdom. Smart people avoid to-do list tyranny and reactively jumping from task to task. They have the foresight to build routines focused on fulfillment rather than fleeting urgencies. Number 14. Trying to please everyone. Trying to gain everyone's approval leads to burnout and losing sight of your own needs. Smart people know that being true to themselves while respecting different perspectives is the best path. You have to trust your own inner compass. People will always have conflicting opinions and priorities. Smart people avoid getting derailed trying to accommodate every viewpoint. They thoughtfully consider input, but ultimately follow their own principles. Seeking validation through pleasing others gives others' judgments more weight than your own. Smart people base their self-worth on internal standards, not external validation. Authenticity brings more fulfillment than crowd-pleasing. Trying to keep everyone happy can lead compromising your ethics. Smart people realize you have to be willing to displease some people in order to act with integrity. They do the right thing, regardless of criticism. Living to satisfy the expectations of others is a fruitless hamster wheel. Smart people know they can't control how people perceive them. They avoid trying to accommodate every preference and stay grounded in their own purpose. Number 15. Skipping the learning process. While it's tempting to want quick results, smart people know real growth requires patience and step-by-step progress. Developing skills and knowledge takes time and sustained effort. Skipping steps leads to shallow understanding and lack of context. Smart people embrace the entire learning journey. Trying to take shortcuts can hinder real comprehension. Smart people build gradually so they deeply retain information and gain true expertise. They avoid rushing the process. Skipping ahead to complex concepts without mastering the basics first causes frustration. Smart people laid a strong foundation before attempting advanced skills. Disciplined incremental growth prevents stagnation. Embracing the process helps you appreciate each stage of learning. Smart people find motivation in the small wins along the way, rather than fixating only on the end result. The journey itself brings satisfaction. Understanding that meaningful growth takes sustained work over time prevents giving up when progress seems slow. Smart people maintain persistence and celebrate small milestones. Rather than rushing through the learning process, smart people immerse themselves in it. They realize real achievement comes from diligence, not cutting corners. There are no shortcuts to excellence. Well, there you have it. 15 thinking traps even smart people fall into, and how you can avoid them to reach your full mental potential. I hope you found these tips truly valuable for becoming an even wiser, more effective thinker. If you gained something from this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, as it helps me continue creating content to help you level up your cognitive skills and mindset. Leave a comment below, sharing which mental habit you're going to work on breaking first. I love hearing how you plan to put these strategies into practice in your own life. Thanks so much for watching all the way to end. Your time means a lot, and I'm grateful you spent it here with me. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, may you all find peace and serenity in the Stoic ways.